Hello everyone, Nova here. We are doing a VR to the tag 21 Tarot Questions, which was created by Lisa Pepez and her wife Peggy. I am really gonna try to make this video as short as possible, so I'm aiming to spend 1 to maximum 2 minutes per question because there are 21 questions. Starting with the first one, what is the deck they'll have to pry out of your cold, dead hands? Okay. Feng Shui Tarot. I have been looking for this deck for years because it is out of print for like, I don't know, maybe even 20 years. And I couldn't find it anywhere. I found it a few times on eBay, but it was like above $300, $280. So I was waiting to find a copy that is more affordable. And then one day for my birthday, my hubby came with this deck. This is the death card. Look how cool it is. So it's the whole thing, not only because I really love this deck, it is very special, and also I wanted it for such a long time, but also the way that my hubby got it for me, because he's not into these things and I never really talked about it. Like I might have mentioned it just once. So the way he brought this deck for me, and it was my birthday, and then the whole evening, and just the, sometimes you build a emotional bond with something just because of the whole environment around it, the way you received it, or the way you got introduced to it. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So this is the deck that they'll have to pry out of my cold, dead hands. Second question is, what's your guilty pleasure deck? To be honest, I really don't have one. I really thought about it, but I don't have. I still chose this one, Finding Inner Peace, because I bought this deck only because I liked the looks of it and I knew that I'm not gonna work with it. It's just because it's really nice, but the stuff that is written on this oracle deck is things that I already know. I've already passed this stage of working on these things. Like, for example, this card, softening my heart. I'm no longer willing to let bad experiences take over my heart. It's time to let go of negativity. I really don't need to pull a card and be reminded of this because I'm already practicing this for years now. I'm a master in this stuff. I mean, I have a lot of things to practice on and work on, but it's not the stuff that is in this oracle deck. Rediscovering myself. My true self is showing up more and more. Who I am and what I do is confirmed day after day. It is very nice, and you can use this deck if you're doing readings for other people, for example, or it's nice to pull a card every morning. But to be honest, I knew that I'm not gonna work with this deck at all. I just bought it for its looks because of the colors, the style of paintings, the matteness, the gilding. The box is really beautiful. It's a rock pull deck. So I counted this one as my guilty pleasure just because I bought it only for the looks. Although there is another question in this list about buying a deck only because of the looks, but I'm using that deck. This is the deck that I'm not using at all and I'm not planning to use. Number 3 is, what's the deck you wish existed? There are many decks that I wish existed, but one is a tarot deck with Dostoevsky's characters in it. So like you have that Shakespeare deck, Shakespeare Tarot, which I don't have, with all the Shakespeare's characters in different books, and they have associated them very well with tarot cards, with the story and everything. And I have even thought of which persona in which book of Dostoevsky could have been which tarot card, like, the book Idiot. In English is Idiot, I think. Prince Mishkin would be the fool. And so on. I mean, this is something that I fantasized about a few years ago. And I went on and even wrote down all the characters. And I even thought of naming this tarot deck Mikhailovich tarot, since you know Dostoevsky's full name is Fyodor Mikhailovich Dostoevsky. Okay, next. What deck would you give to a new reader? I would give an oracle deck, the Antiquities of Magic. Look, this is a beautiful little deck, and you have all the symbolism of Rider-Waite-Smith. Each symbol is on each card. So with the name of the item, or actually the symbol, and the keyword or the meaning: sunflower, admiration; sun, vitality; fish, intuition; flag, devotion. I think this would really help, because usually a new reader has a Rider-Waite-Smith, right? This would help them pay more attention to these symbols and learn the meaning of the symbols. And this is a beautiful little deck too. And it is really good for using as a clarifier. It helps you learn tarot, and it helps your reading as a clarifier. It is small size, so you can put a few of these cards in your reading. It's just a fantastic deck. It is an indie deck, but because it's so little and it's an oracle deck, I don't think it's gonna be expensive. I actually don't know how much it costs. But look at this. Key, reveal. Pomegranate, prosperity. Pillars, support. You see, it's such a gorgeous deck. This deck is done by Gillian C. Wilde, as far as I remember. Yes, lovely woman. So this was number 4. Number 5, what deck do you want to get along with, but it just never clicked? The Herb Crafter's Tarot. I don't even think I need to explain this why, unless you don't have this deck and you don't know this deck. But if you do have it, or if you do know it, you know why. 8 of air, licorice. Okay. I just really cannot use it as a tarot deck, and I cannot use it as an oracle deck even, because it doesn't have any keywords. 8 of fire, ginger. And I love the images. I really wanted to work with this deck, and I'm still keeping it because I really love it. I just decided I will use it as an oracle deck that does not have keywords. So I'm just going to pull one card basically, and then open the guidebook and read from the guidebook, read the message, just like an oracle deck. Because I'm not going to let go of this deck. I love it. It takes me back to my childhood. It has grandma energy in it. It has a healing vibe. It's gorgeous. Earth energy. But I really wanted to be able to read with it, and I tried a few times. Didn't work. The Empress, Rose. This is a mass market deck, but on a more expensive side of mass market decks, at least in Europe. Don't know how much this deck is in US. You guys are in general luckier with the prices always in the US. Okay, number 6. What deck do you only keep for the art? The Wildwood Tarot. Because it has a system. This deck has a crazy system, in my opinion. It's so fussy. It's just, the guidebook is just one of those things, you know. I don't know, it's like it takes a whole study, and it's like it's difficult and different for no reason. I mean, no offense to the writer, I know they have done research and they have done a great job for someone who is really interested to put so much time and effort to learn this system that they have created. But for me, I just wanted to be able to work with this deck as a normal tarot deck. And I do work with it as a normal tarot deck. Like for me, the pole star is the star card, and I just use it as a star card, and that's it. I did try to read the guidebook, but oof, I decided that no, I can't do this. I can if I want to, you know, we always just prioritize our effort. This is a beautiful deck, and I keep it because of the art, and I work with it. And it works well as a just standard tarot. It works very well. What deck did you buy because everyone else did? Tarot of the Hidden Realms. Because this art style, I'm just not very comfortable with it. I tell you why. I've done the edging. The guidebook is really good. Barbara Moore. Awesome guidebook. Okay, look, my problem is this. These images are too realistic, too close up, and too emotional. I have figured out that this is not my cup of tea. This combo, the combination of it being a painting but very realistic, and then on top of that close up and emotional, it's just a bit too much for me. I mean, if it was if one of these factors was different, like if it was a photography deck, or if it wasn't this emotional, maybe I would have loved it. I am just very picky, I know that. When it comes to artwork, I'm really picky. But although I knew I don't like this deck, I mean, I don't like the artwork, I still bought it because everyone else did, and I never use it. I have still kept it. I don't know why, because I live in different places and I have never done these tradings and buying decks secondhand and stuff like that. I'm just not into that. And I also don't know anyone that would love to have this deck. If I send this deck to any one of you guys that is watching, it's probably gonna cost a lot for the shipping. Okay, moving to the next. Number 8. What deck is over your head or just baffles you? Sacred Mysteries, the Chakra Oracle. This is an oracle deck. Beautiful cards. And a chunky guidebook. Lots of information about each card. But it introduces a different chakra system. So here you have the root chakra, which is yellow, and then you have a few cards. Then you have the second chakra, the Svatisthana, or passion chakra, it says here, which is this color, this light blue. The third chakra, Manipura, is red. The fourth chakra, heart chakra, is green. So this one is the same as what we know. And the fifth chakra, or Vishuddha, is purple. Sixth chakra is just blue. And the seventh chakra, or crown chakra, is white. So the colors are different. The explanation is different for each chakra a little bit, and it's a whole new system. And it just I mean, if I really want to put time into this and memorize it and practice it so that it stays with me, I could. But then what's the point? Then I'm going to mix it up with the other chakra system that I already know, that we all already know and are used to. The cardstock is amazing, the quality, beautiful cards, really beautiful. So quality wise, the guidebook, the cards and everything is amazing. This is a mass market deck, but on a pricier side, like $40. And I would love to be able to use it. I have used it as an oracle deck again, so just paying attention to the keyword because it's beautiful. But it definitely baffles me. If I want to pay attention to the chakra association, oof. But it's so beautiful. Let me quickly show you all the cards. So this is the Sacred Mysteries, the Chakra Oracle. What deck surprised me? The Chakra Wisdom Tarot. I bought this deck because I wanted to get familiar with chakra associations of tarot cards, which is explained. It is explained very well in this book. So for me, this was more like a study book and a study deck. Just wanted to understand this. The tens, for example. 10 of Cups, 10 of Coins, 10 of Wands, and 10 of Swords. They are all associated with Manipura. And it explains so well. This guidebook is really awesome. I definitely recommend it. If you want me to do a walkthrough of this deck and guidebook, let me know in the comments. So these are the cards. As you see, they are in order right now. They're color coded and they're beautiful. Let me just show you each chakra a little bit. So the surprise was that I did not expect it to be such a great reader. It is such a clear reader and powerful. I really didn't expect that. I did not buy this deck for that purpose, to do readings with it. And the readings that you do, you don't have to consider the chakra associations at all. You can work with them or you can just leave it. But this deck is really strong. And you see the World card is associated with all the chakras. So this deck surprised me. I had put it back in order because I wanted to study it again, but I don't know when. It's all just wishful thinking sometimes. Okay. Number 10 says, what deck doesn't really work for you, but you keep it because it's a collectible? Well, I think this is a collectible, the Dark Goddess Tarot. You guys tell me if this is a collectible or not. I do keep it because it's a collectible and also because it is gorgeous. And I know it's an important deck in tarot world. It doesn't work for me. Unless I use it as an oracle deck. As a tarot deck, it doesn't work for me at all. But look at this. Sedna as 8 of water. It distracts me. I cannot even read with this deck as if it was a standard tarot deck. Because these images and the, like, this is Baba Yaga. It's so cool. These images and the goddesses really distract me. If I pull this card, it almost feels like if I ignore the goddesses and just read the deck as if it was a standard tarot deck, I'm being disrespectful to these goddesses. That's how it feels to me, seriously. Spider Woman is the star card. Look how cool this is. No, so I cannot really say I'm just keeping it because it's a collectible. I also love it. What happened here? I also love this deck, but I can't read with it. I should start using it as an oracle deck, because the guidebook is really good. So this was my number 10. Number 11, what deck is your favorite gilded deck? The Stars Divine Oracle. This is by the same creator as the Lioness Oracle Tarot. Look at this gilding. Gilding is something that you have to touch. It's a tactile thing. These are the backs. It's just gorgeous. It's like a matte light gold with a slight shimmer in it. So luxurious and so beautiful. And the deck is also gorgeous. Let me just lay every card down on the floor so you can see all of them together. You see what a beautiful oracle deck this is. Also the cardstock. Fantastic quality. It's a wonderful reader, this deck. I'm so happy with it. It is an indie deck. It is so worth it. It's an astrology deck. Gorgeous. It has so many cards. See, there's this much cards left. So this was my favorite gilded deck. The Stars Divine. Which deck do you love but hate the cardstock? Magical Dimensions by Lightstar. This is an oracle deck. It is so gorgeous. It's with this high vibrational art style. These are the backs. I've done the edging. This is the guidebook. The guidebook is amazing. You can use this deck in so many different ways. You can build vibrational spreads, and you can use it as an oracle deck, as a clarifier. This deck, I cannot even describe what kind of a cardstock it has, but I don't hate it, but it was really bad quality. Like, I have sanded it with sandpaper and also gilded it, but if you can see on the cards, you see, I had to remove pieces of paper from the cards. The cardstock, I mean, the cardstock itself is not bad, but the sides, the edges were awful, and they still are. I've tried to fix them, but it was really weird. I really can't say I hate the cardstock, but this deck came to my mind with this question because I do love the cards. They are colorful, but in a celestial and high vibrational manner. It's just really nice, you see. So this was Magical Dimensions, Oracle cards, and activators. Oh yeah, these are activators. So you can use them as altar cards and for creating magical spreads. What deck gives you the willies? The occult tarot. Because this deck is all the images, the sigils, the information is taken from really old books about demons. And so these are the backs. The guidebook explains it. Most of them, like I think 72 of them, are the ones that helped King Solomon build his temple. So yeah, by just looking at it, it might not be that creepy, which I find it very creepy, but if you read the guidebook and if you already have some information about this stuff, this is scary shit. And the cardstock is so good. It is a mass market deck, but the cardstock is awesome. And there's also an angel tarot by the same creator, Travis McHenry. This is a Rockpool production. Really good price for this quality of cardstock and information and everything. I mean, I bought it more expensive because I bought it when it came out, but right now I've seen it on Amazon. It's really cheap. It's like $16. Number 14, what's your favorite deck for shadow work? I am sorry that I'm showing you the same thing that everybody else did. I've already watched a few of these VRs. All of them showed this deck, the Somnia Tarot, and for me is the same. This is hands down my favorite shadow work deck. This deck was created for shadow work. And what a good job. What a good job. The guidebook, oh my god, let me bring you the guidebook. Let me show you just a few of the cards. This is an indie deck, very popular, powerful reader, amazing cardstock. The quality of everything is incredible. The guidebook. Guys, I couldn't find the guidebook, but I have my books in different rooms all over the house. So next time, in another occasion, I will show you the guidebook for this deck because you have to buy the guidebook separately and it's definitely worth it. What deck do you love in theory but not in practice? This is question number 15. Galactic Heritage cards. The first and only of their kind. This 108 card divination system based on material from Liz Royal Holt's groundbreaking book, The Prism of Lyra, is designed to help you tap into your star lineage and karmic patterns while revealing lessons brought to Earth from the stars and how those lessons can be used in your life on Earth now. So you see, it sounds awesome. And the cardstock is great. I like everything about this deck. The guidebook is also really cool. One of a kind, as it says, this whole system. The only thing is that I really do not believe that I just pull a card and it will tell me which galaxy I'm coming from. That's just something that I do not believe. Then I look at it more like a game, while it is serious stuff. You know what I mean? It's just, let me show you some of the cards. It's really cool. It has a whole system. I also didn't really study it because the whole idea puts me off a little bit. Like, I do like it, I love it in theory, but I just cannot believe that I pull a card and it will tell me which galaxy my soul is coming from. And then I tap into my star lineage with these cards. I just don't believe it. I think you need proper hypnotherapy with a hypnotherapist that is an expert in that kind of work. So yeah, of course I use other kinds of oracle cards. I pull a card and they tell me where to put my focus on, or they give me a message. That I believe. I don't have any problem with that type of thing. But this is a bit too far for me. So this was the deck that I love in theory, but not in practice. And it was very expensive too. I bought it from Book Depository for $50, while it's a mass market deck. What deck would you never use to read for someone else? That is the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot, because this deck is so different. This whole tarot system is quite different, and you have to read the guidebook. Also, the cards are they could be a bit dark for other people. I do love this deck. This is one of my favorites of all time. I just don't read it for other people because for each card I have to open this massive guidebook that I'm going to show you in a minute. And you guys know that just doesn't work, right? To open a huge guidebook and read for hours and think. I don't do large spreads with this deck. I pull maximum 5 cards. And I always like to use an oracle card too. Just one. But this deck is so cool. Great cardstock as well. Look at the guidebook. It's huge comparing to the size of my hand, and it has 276 pages. And you have to read it. You have to read the guidebook for each card. So that is why I do not use this deck for others, but I love to use it for myself. What deck you would never use for yourself? Guardian Angel Messages Tarot by Radley Valentine. Because it's cheese factor all over the place. From the tarot interpretations to the images. I mean, I love the cardstock. I love it. I love using it for others, especially if they're a bit scared of tarot, if they're a bit skeptical. Then they look at all these angels and modern imagery, and they can see the keywords. They can understand it better. It's just really nice to use for others, but for myself, no way. I don't like this art, and I have to like the art. I am very visual. I only got this deck to use it for other people. Otherwise, this is not my style of art. It's just not my cup of tea. But cardstock is really good. Awesome quality, and it has a good guidebook as well. What deck could you not bring yourself to buy? That is the Fyodor Pavlov tarot. The reason is that, in my opinion, it's too expensive for a mass market deck. It is 55 euros right now in Amazon Deutschland. It is a gorgeous deck. I would love to have it, but not for this price. I'm not going this far, I'm sorry. I have paid in the past so much for mass market decks, high prices, and then a year later they went down to half of what I paid. So I cannot bring myself to buy that deck yet. What's your favorite pip deck? I believe here we do not mean Marseille, because I am a lover of Marseille decks. I have many Marseille decks, and I would definitely choose a Marseille deck for this prompt. But I believe that this is about pip decks that are not Marseille. That would be the white sage tarot in a tin. And the reason, I mean, look for yourself. First of all, the size of it. It's awesome. It's a perfect size. Comes in a tin, which makes it even better. You can carry it everywhere with yourself. And it's so good. Again, the pips are related to chakras, so that gives you more. Because honestly, if I want to use a pip deck, I use Marseille. So if it's not Marseille, then this one is definitely a winner because it has chakra associations with it. It is a gorgeous animal deck that I'm really into. Animal decks, animal and nature decks are my thing. It's small, it comes in a tin. It's just perfect. What deck slaps you with the truth? The texture tarot. I think I've heard this from other people too, that this deck slaps them with the truth. This deck, I have a few decks actually that do this to me. Even if I just go to say hello, because I love this deck. So I miss using it. I don't use it as much as I would like to, just because of that. That it always slaps me with the truth. Slap, real slap. Like I go just to say hello and bam, just take it. I do love it though. Who doesn't like this deck? I never heard anyone saying they did not like this deck. But it does not sugarcoat things at all. And even when you're not asking for it, if you're asking about something else, still, it has to slap you with the truth about the thing that you didn't even ask about. I mean, this is my experience. Maybe it's not your experience. Probably it's not. I hope it's not. I hope you can use this deck in a more peaceful way that I do. But I do love it. I love this artwork. It's a gorgeous deck. The last one. What's the deck that got away? The Fantastic Menagerie, guys. I really wanted that deck. And it got away. I don't even know why. I thought it's too expensive. It was a time that I was spending a lot on decks, and I thought to myself, oh my god, I'm gonna spend another 100 euros on another deck that I love, and I love all these decks. But that was a big mistake, because right now the Fantastic Menagerie on eBay is like 4 times more than what I wanted to spend on it back then, and that deck is really special. And I think I'm still gonna buy it one day. Alright, so this was my VR. Thank you very much for staying with me to the end of this video. If you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.